Hi guys, this is Dr. Cody Dukes and we are back again for yet another video. Now you already know what to do. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and like this video. And if you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Now guys, last week in the sports world, we saw one of the biggest names in coaching, really in sports anywhere, but especially in college football, Nick Saban, come out and make some statements about the current standing of college football as it relates to the NIL deals and players getting paid for their likeness. Now, his statements weren't favorable and a lot of people agree with what he said, but a lot of people had issues with the fact that he named names. He called out a couple of schools, said one school paid every single player in their number one recruiting class. He said another school spent $1 million on the number one recruit in the country, and a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, people like me thought that he was just calling it how it was. Now, I may be biased because I'm an Alabama fan, but I mean, some people viewed it as whining because, you know, you've been the best for so long and the one time you're not the best at something. You finished number 2 in recruiting and you're complaining. They look at it as if you're whining. But nonetheless, how you felt about it. Nick Saban made some great points about the current state of college football and how NIL is affecting it, because right now there are basically no rules around NIL. There's nobody really governing it, and therefore it's the wild, wild west, and everybody's doing what they want to. And when you don't have rules, you know, people get taken advantage of. The weak generally become weaker, the stronger become stronger, and eventually there'll be less parity in college football than there was before. Less competition at the bottom anyway than there was before. There'll be a few good teams at the top and everybody else struggling. Well, a few rich teams at the top and everybody else struggling. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because the dangers of living without rules is chaos, right? When you don't have a set of guidelines that keeps you straight, you generally tend to stray. And we as people, as we go throughout our life and as we are on our journeys to success and greatness, it becomes really important the longer we go that we have a solid set of principles, morals, right? A code of conduct, rules that we won't break, lines that we won't cross, things that are unique to us that we stick to. Because when you don't have morals, or you are, as they say, immoral, you generally will do anything. Step on anyone, take advantage of people, be taken advantage of. You'll go for anything. You'll sell yourself short. You'll overestimate your value, and you'll miss out on a lot of opportunities. But if you have a set of principles, morals, values, a code of conduct, there's certain lines you just won't cross, and because of that, it'll be harder. It'll be harder for you to fall prey to certain schemes. You'll be less likely to take advantage of those weaker than you. You'll be looked at more favorably by those stronger than you. People will be more likely to want to deal with you because they know that you're someone of high moral standing. So I guess the video today is work on developing your moral center, your principles, your values. Know what they are, identify them. I think too often a lot of us, we just live. And we never sit down and think about things that, while they may seem abstract, they're extremely concrete as it relates to how our lives will go. We don't always sit down and think, what is my purpose for living? We don't always sit down and think, what are the values, the things that are important to me? What are my principles? The things that I have to adhere to. What are my morals? Who is it that I want to be? We don't often sit down and map that out. And so my challenge to you today would simply be to map that out. If you haven't done it before, if you've never considered what is important to me, what lines won't I cross, maybe sit down and think about it. As Stephen Covey would say, begin with the end in mind. There's an exercise that he does in that chapter. That's the second habit, surrounding a funeral. I won't ruin it. If you've read the book, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, I think you should read it. It does a good job of helping you to see who it is you want to be. At least it did for me. But that's the video, guys. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead, like this video, and if you're not already, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Why? It's simple. I'm uploading 5 videos a week. That's one every single weekday. I do inspirational and motivational content with a pop culture twist. I look at things like sports, movies, anime, superheroes, cartoons, game shows, you name it. I just try to find a motivational message that I can deliver to you in a way that's easy to understand so that you can take it and use it in your daily life to be successful. And if that sounds like what you're trying to do, then you should definitely subscribe, because this is the channel for you. Guys, how did I do? Let me know down in the comments. Give me tips and feedback on how I can get better. Give me suggestions on topics I should cover in the future. I'll do my best to go through every single comment and get back to every single one of you guys. Guys, I thank you for sticking around this long, and I appreciate all of the support. And the only thing I ask is that you keep coming back, because I'll keep coming back with more videos just like this one. And as I always say, guys, until next time, peace.